Arizona State University Sun Devils and the University of Arizona Wildcats. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people at home and abroad. I'm Trey Matthews, your play-by-play announcer. Joined alongside me is Chase Beardsley. So, Chase, what are you looking forward to in this matchup as we are just underway here on the campus of Arizona State?
Yeah, I mean, ASU is undefeated so far this season. Obviously, this is a classic rivalry. We'll see if ASU can keep their win streak alive to end the season, though.
Right now, the Wildcats have possession of it. Lofts it over to the far side in front of the spectators. Kicks it out of play, and it reaches the gravel here at ASU Multipurpose Field. Still nothing on the scoreboard. Once again, just underway here in Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, nice night for some soccer, Trey, here. As we mentioned, ASU is undefeated so far this season. They've been really good at home, obviously, being undefeated. Goaltending has been a strong suit for the ASU men's team. We'll see if they can keep it up here as well.
Trying to come up ahead was Milani. Now on to the far side for ASU, looking to reset their offense. Wrestling for it, able to swipe it underneath them were the Wildcats. Wildcats try to shoot it up ahead. ASU there on the run, able to kick it on back, and it's going to reach their goalkeeper as he lofts it into the middle of the field. So here comes ASU onto the near side. Taking control of it is Provenzano. And referees, or the goalkeeper, will collect it for the Wildcats. Lofts it downfield. ASU searching for it.
And there goes Max Bowman rolling the ball over to his fellow ASU teammate.
The goalkeeper for the Wildcats is Kuda. Now over to the far side in front of the spectators. Wildcats trying to shoot it down the field. And ASU will collect it with ease. Kicks it up ahead. ASU looking to reset their offense. Passing it over to the near side. Taking their time. Taking control of it is Derek Moon. Back on down. ASU looks to come up ahead the pitch. Coming up on the midfield. ASU still on the far side of the pitch. Flores couldn't do anything with it. Swivels over to the near side for the Wildcats.
That was a nice play by Tyler Kahn. He's one of the defenders for ASU to intercept the ball and try to get it up to U of A zone. But currently, ASU is regrouping in their own zone right now.
Far side part of the field in front of the spectators. Fires it downfield. Over to the far side corner, wrestling for it. Trying to keep the ball in play, unable to do so.
That'll be a corner kick.
So a corner kick for Arizona State. Looks like doing the honors is going to be Jacob Flores. So Flores is going to try to kick it in and try to find the back of the net with one of his teammates. Flores is ready. Here comes the kick. Trying to pass it out front, and the Wildcats were able to find it at the right possible time. Went off one of their heads.
ASU keeps possession of the ball.
ASU looking to reset their offense, but the Wildcats are able to shut them down. Getting chased is ASU. Derek Moon trying to do something with it. Now passing it over to the near side into the possession of Kahn.
Yeah, of note here, Derek Moon is one of the oldest players on this team, but he's playing really well tonight. Great defensive play, as we saw earlier from him. We'll see if he can continue that play throughout the game.
Mima was trying to quarterback the offense for ASU as the ball reaches the spectators, goes out of play. So looking to reset. Will be a side out. Looking to throw it on in. Wildcats and Sun Devils tussling for it. ASU unable to get possession of it. Wildcats looking to go down to the other side of the pitch. Sun Devils able to pass it up ahead. Looking for an opening. Wildcats able to shut the door momentarily. And it goes towards the right of Kuda, but it goes out of play right below the net.
Yeah, and went just wide. That was a close one. Good shooting by ASU to get that far left corner. The goaltender was obviously on the right side of it, so they went just a little bit more to the right. ASU could have had a goal there.
Looking to reset. Wildcats chasing ASU. ASU looking to take control of the ball in front of the spectators. Taps it free. Now ASU will collect it on the far side in front of the spectators. Charging in is Moon. ASU able to collect it. Wildcats able to get them in a bit of a mess.
That was a good play there.
ASU slowing down their offense. Now speeding it back up. Over to the near side corner. ASU looking for just a sliver of daylight. Deep on in with the shot.
And that's a goal.
And there's the first goal of the game for ASU.
It's going to be number 7. That's going to be Jacob Flores.
So Jacob Flores gets the first goal of the game for ASU.
His 3rd goal of the season.
And they're off and running early, so it's 1-0.
Yeah, good play by Jacob Flores. Like we said, put it left side of the net, and that's going to be a great one.
So the Wildcats are on the outside looking in, down relatively early, but still plenty of game to be played. And it's like you and I were talking about, Chase, which is ASU, they are dominant on this field. So you definitely don't want to give them the slight edge in this sort of matchup. Flies it over to the far side of the field. Wildcats looking to reset. ASU looking for an opening. Passing it down to Flores. Flores scored the opening goal of this game. Here he comes on the far side. Looking for an opening once again. Deep on in. Runs out of room, and referees blow their whistles.
Yeah, I want to go back to that Jacob Flores goal real quick. He's been really impressive for the Sun Devils this season. Obviously averaging a .5 goals per game. It's really impressive. He's helped ASU be undefeated so far this season. He's only played 4 games, but he's been pretty good in those 4 games.
ASU trying to collect the ball. Referees blow their whistle once again. We're going to have a pause of action momentarily. As everyone is going to reset their offense and defensive scheme. Beautiful night here in Tempe, Arizona. It was scorching hot earlier, but now it has cooled down significantly.
Oh, yeah, it's nice weather out here. I'm sure the boys on the field love it. This is perfect soccer weather. It's not freezing. It's not burning hot. It's just that nice temperature that you get from Arizona.
Yeah, I was at a tennis match earlier, and that sun was scorching, and it was brutal.
Man, tennis matches, especially in the summer degree heat, can be a little bit iffy there.
ASU collects it. Onto the far side. Fires it up ahead. Rockets it down the field. Wildcats able to collect it. Trying to kick it down to the other side of the pitch. Beto was able to defuse the attack for ASU. Side out. Wildcats, here they come. Getting chased by ASU. And Moon is able to knock him down to the ground. Now passing over to the near side. ASU looking for an opening. Running out of room, trying to center it off. And the ball will swivel over to the far side of the field. Far side corner in front of the parking lot.
So the last time these two teams played, it was actually a tied game. However, ASU, again, has had an incredible season. They did win 4-0 back in April 1st, and that was a great game. Actually, that was their last game Apologize for that. Way back in the beginning of their season, they tied with U of A, but they're 1-0-1 against the Wildcats this season so far.
Here comes the alignment. In front of Kuda, the goalkeeper. Trying to center off, and Arizona is able to rocket the ball down the field. ASU looking to reset their offense. They're able to collect it and take control of it.
Good headbutt by that ASU defender.
Yeah, that was Mima on that last attempt. Now passing over to the near side. Into the possession of Khan. Khan centering it off. Goes over to the near side for Arizona. Here come the Wildcats, the boys in blue, looking to do something with it. And looks like we got a player down onto the field. Hopefully the trainer is here to take a look at him. Not sure who that is, but we're going to get a quick pause of action.
Usually teams bring trainers out here. Looks like we got one of the other players coming out potentially to take a spot.
Yeah, right now he's limping. As soon as we see his number, we'll get a better sense of who it is.
Looks like 15 for U of A. Might try to tough. Oh, no. I think he's going to take the kick and then get subbed out.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, he's trying his best. Right now, just trying to, yeah, shake it off.
Yeah, you'd be pretty good, like right here, yeah. Not, I mean, we could probably.
So we play on. Arizona takes control of it. Looking to come up the field. ASU able to take control of it momentarily. And it looks like there's an ASU player down onto the ground, slow to get up.
Number 15 for U of A is going to be Morris. He looks to be okay now. But it took him a while to get back to his normal running.
Yeah, and we just saw Tyler Kahn for ASU down onto the ground, slow to get up.
Sure. I mean,
but it looks like he was good to go.
I could do ASU and U of A.
Looking to reset this offense. Side out for Arizona. Doing the honors is Beto.
Tyler Collins played 8 games, by the way. Has a single goal, but he's an important part of that defense for ASU in the 8 games he's played.
The kick from Beto over to the far side. Kicking it back out for Arizona. Johnson couldn't do anything with it. Goes back to ASU. Trying to slide it up ahead. Goes in front of the benches. Here comes the Sun Devils. Not before the Wildcats tussling with it.
Sinhassen. Yep.
Good little battle there, actually, between number 30 and 16.
Yeah, looks like that was
ASU and then U of A defending.
Yeah, that was Maloney for the Wildcats, using his body to his advantage, just trying to knock ASU off the ball. Side out for ASU as they kick it back
And that was
into play.
Josh Kleiner, number 30 for ASU, and Justin Provenzo for ASU as well. Good defense there, trying to get the ball.
The ball reaches the gravel, so we're going to try this again. Looking for a side out.
Hey, Joseph.
ASU takes control of it. Trying to kick it on in. Goes towards the left of Kuda. Reaches the gravel below his net.
Got it. Yep, that's right.
So we have a couple of sideline reporters reporting at the game. And we are about to send it down to Mahir Hassan. So take it away. What you got for me?
Guys, I got a chance to talk to both head coaches and listen in on the huddles for both ASU and U of A. For ASU, of course, coming into this game off a loss to NAU, one of the head coaches, Cesar Eduardo Mejia, he was basically saying, take care of business as usual going into this one last ride, as he called it, going into the season. Head coach Kyle Cornell for U of A was a lot more tactical in his pregame talk, telling the midfield to remain rigid overall. And in these first few minutes, he's remained vocal, talking to a lot of the players compared to what we saw a couple of weeks ago when U of A was here at ASU for the Southwest Cup. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much. And, you know, you just hear what both coaches are saying. So, obviously, for U of A, they're a little more technical. And for ASU, just trying to finish out their last ride as put by Mahir. So, thank you for that sideline report.
And as Mahir mentioned, that was a tough 3-2 loss to NAU. That was one of ASU's first losses of the whole season. Obviously, before that, their last loss was all the way back in October against Minnesota. So, I mean, obviously that losing feeling is new to them relatively. So you want to make sure you're back in the winning grind. This is a team that ASU has been before, including a couple weeks back. And, you know, ASU needs to play that same game that they played all the way back in April 1st when they won 4-0.
Far side of the field. Wildcats looking to reset their offense. Trying to tap it up ahead. ASU not giving the Wildcats an inch of breathing room. Able to maneuver it over to the near side. Right now running the offense for the University of Arizona Wildcats was Morris.
Kyle Benjamin almost took that ball away over back there. It looks like ASU will take the ball here after U of A player went down. Looks like U of A reclaimed the ball.
Looking for an opening, charging on in. ASU able to take control of it. Not before we get a whistle from the referees. Looks like it's going to go back into the possession of the Sun Devils of Arizona State.
It's going to be the goalie kicking it, and that is Max Bowman.
Bowman kicks it downfield. Wildcats able to use their head. Able to tap it weakly on back. Having control of it momentarily was Brancato. Trying to slide it up ahead. ASU able to defuse the attack from the Wildcats. ASU looking to go downfield.
Ooh, that was almost a good pass to Kyle Benjamin again. Getting in those gritty zones near the net. He could be a player to look out for today's game.
Benjamin able to knock it free. Flores was trailing him. Unfortunately, the ball will go out of play. Reaches the gravel here at the multi-purpose field on the campus of Arizona State. In front of the parking lot. Side out for, looks like that's going to be the Wildcats, the boys in blue. Able to toss it on in. ASU able to take control of it. Getting chased. Trying to maneuver it on down.
And Max Bowman shooting that ball off like a bow and arrow.
Was that a pun?
That was a pun. It begins, Trey.
Derek Moon able to take control of it momentarily.
Moon is shining today.
And we're going to send it down to Brady Hansen, another one of our sideline reporters reporting for this game. So, Brady, what you got for me?
ASU has gotten off to a great start so far, getting an early 1-0 lead. Their constant offensive pressure and defensive holding has been key to their success early on in this game, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out as the game progresses. Back up to you guys.
Thank you for that report, Brady. So the game is progressing right now, and ASU is on top by a score of 1-0. Chase, I know we talked about it early on in the broadcast, but just to remind everyone, ASU is very dominant at home. So if you're the Wildcats, you don't want to give them an inch of breathing room. But right now they are trailing 1-0, and we know how soccer matchups could go. But right now it looks like ASU is in the driver's seat for the time being, as Moon is trying to hit it up ahead, because the The Wildcats haven't been able to get any good shots.
Yeah.
Or they haven't been that wide open to look for them.
It's been a lot of neutral zone pressure right now, and a lot of great chances for ASU. Again, Kyle Benjamin, I got to point him out. He's been getting in a lot of great areas for ASU. There have been a couple shots for ASU. I have not seen a great shot from U of A yet. So I think they're looking for that first shot, and from there they build on from that.
Yep, so Bowman right now hasn't been challenged all that much during the course of this game.
Yeah, Bowman being the youngest out of the 3 main goaltenders that have played this season for ASU. He's looked pretty good when needed tonight, but again, he hasn't faced a lot of pressure from the Wildcats.
Sun Devils able to take it over to the far side. They come up ahead, looking for an opening, taking their time, getting chased, trying to center it off. Back up top, taps it on down. Right now playing the ball on the far side of the pitch. Trying to go deep on in, Wildcats shutting the door down. Trying to center it off.
And that's going to be a goal.
And ASU scores once again. So they go up 2-0. ASU once again in the driver's seat with full steam ahead. And it's 2-0 here at the multi-purpose field.
And that might have been a headbutt from, I believe it was Kyle Benjamin. Like I said, Trey, look out for him. He's been getting in all of those great areas. And that headbutt right into the net. U of A trying to get it, but just could not get it. We'll see. We'll see if Kyle Benjamin has any more left in him. He's been having a great game so far.
Flores scored the first goal of the game for ASU. Then it was Benjamin. So once again, it is 2-0 Arizona State in the first half.
I do have to mention Benjamin's impressive season. 19 goals in 15 games played. That's impressive for the young forward. He's only 19, so this could be a great weapon for ASU going forward.
Might be 19, but his mind is old. That's Shook One's reference.
Is that a Treyism?
No, that is not a Treyism. That's a song title.
Ah.
Or that's from lyrics from a song. Let's see what the song is called Shook Ones. I forget the artist. My brother's not going to be too happy if he's listening to this. Trying to pass it up ahead. Goes back to the Wildcats. Now at center field. Flores looking for an opening.
That's Kyle Benjamin doing some nice moves over there. Again, like I keep mentioning his name, but he's all over the field so far. He's been really dominant every time he has the ball. He's been noticeable every time he's near the ball or touching the ball.
Far side once again for ASU. Now the Wildcats look to reset their offense as they glide the ball down the field over to the far side in front of the spectators. And taps it over to the fence area. So we're going to try this again. A little more than halfway done with the first half. Trey Matthews joined alongside Chase Beardsley. Mahir and Brady are our sideline reporters. So we have a full house for tonight's soccer matchup between the University of Arizona Wildcats and the Arizona State University Sun Devils.
Yeah, we got a lot of great camera people here too. Max Baker, Robert Crompton, Tyler Cass. It's great hosts today. And Joseph Furtado, of course, managing the whole project today.
One camera guy is better than the other. So the Wildcats try to tap it on free. Inside joke that people won't get. Goes over to the near side. ASU looking for an opening, able to drop it on back. Taps it up ahead once again, now finding the wide open man on the near side. Here comes ASU. Full steam ahead is Carballo. Trying to knock it up ahead. Having control of it momentarily was Khan.
Reyes Carballo has had also a great season. 8 goals, 8 games played. Really great season for him so far. We'll see if he can keep it up today.
Near side. Arizona trying to knock it up ahead. Finds ASU. Having control of it momentarily was Mima. Over to the far side once again for the Sun Devils of Arizona State, looking to reset their offense. Khan uses his head to try to maneuver the ball up ahead. Goes over to the far side for the Wildcats. Wildcats able to tap it down low.
This would be a nice breakaway right here.
Far side corner, trying to center it off. Misses everything. ASU searching for it. Bowman hustling for the ball. He's able to collect it.
That's what's been great so far about ASU and their performance. Anytime U of A even enters the ASU zone, ASU's able to suffocate their offense and get back into the hands of their players. They've been really good this whole game so far. Really got to credit that ASU defense.
Far side part of the field. Fires it down. Goes back to the Sun Devils, trying to drop it on back. Hustling forward is Benjamin. Passing it over to the near side for the Sun Devils. Sun Devils looking to reset their offense, trying to center it off. Swivels over to the far side. Searching for it and looking for possession of it are the Sun Devils. That is Floors. Dropping on back into the possession of Khan. Khan, couple steps ahead, looking to quarterback this offense for Arizona State. Now passing over to Cabarjo. Trying to center it off. Goes back into the possession of Khan. Slows it down. I beg your pardon, that is not Khan for ASU. Now over to the midfield. Trying to tap it on free. Looking for an opening. Goes over to the far side. ASU, speed to burn, slowing it down.
See Derek Boone right in front of that net. He's one of the oldest players in this team, but still looks good for his age. I mean, here in our broadcast production, we have Joseph Furtado, who's one of the oldest members of our group, and he's still putting on a great show as well.
You always have to throw in Joseph Furtado, even if he's not a part of the broadcast.
Well, we got to give him credit, Trey, for this incredible setup today.
Now here come the Wildcats, full steam ahead. Over to the far side, back over to the Sun Devils. Sun Devils looking to take control of the ball. Spins it over to the into the near side possession. In control of it momentarily was Mima. ASU on the far side. Trying to fire it on downfield. Goes over to the far side corner. And it bounces into the fence area.
That's going to be a corner kick, I believe.
Yep, far side corner kick. Looks like that's going to be for Arizona State.
Yeah, that's going to be number 16 for ASU, Justin Provenzano.
So Provenzano is going to try to reset the offense for the Sun Devils. The boys in, well, I guess maroon and yellow.
Maroon and gold?
Doesn't even matter. Yes, it does. Now over to the far side part of the field. As the ball taps over to the fence. ASU trying to rocket it on in. Fires it down. Looking for an opening. Looks like that was out of desperation, as it was a bit of a wild kick.
I'll be number 17 for ASU, trying to chase down the ball there.
So Provenzano on that previous offensive possession tried to knock it on in. Unfortunately, he just ran out of room. And speaking of running out of room, that soccer ball is going to find the parking lot.
Watch out for that car.
Was there a car in motion?
Oh, no, the car was parked, but ball almost hit it, looked like.
Well, luckily, a soccer ball is not really as hard as, say, like a baseball or something like that. So, you know.
Yep, that's very true, Trey. Looks like U of A will have its first chance at getting maybe a shot here at net.
Right now, Bowman kind of having the night off just a little bit. He's had to, like, come out of the net, obviously, to try to kick the ball on in. But he hasn't had to make too many grade A saves or just trying to make them out of desperation or anything of that nature.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he started 3 games so far, and he hasn't had any goals conceded, so he's been pretty good in his 3 wins, all of them coming within the last couple of months here, including 2 shutouts and a single goal allowed against GCU.
Looking to carry that momentum into this matchup. ASU has control of it now. Khan has the ball in his hand. Trying to reset the offense. Right now we have a little bit of a pause in action. As it goes back into the possession of the Wildcats. Tries to tap it downfield. Now at the midfield, ASU dropping it on back. Looking for an opening. Having control of it are the Sun Devils of Arizona State. Now goes over to the far side of the field. Fires it down. ASU able to collect it. Lofts it back deep into the pitch. And the Wildcats are able to take control of it.
Ooh, nice
Ooh, that's-
defense. But that's going to be a penalty, looks like.
Yeah, ASU doesn't agree with the call right there. So you love the overall effort, but I heard too much impact. So Mimo just went into the sliding motion, trying to kick the ball on free. And unfortunately, I think he got a little too much skin of Beto.
Yeah. It's cool to see all the different nationalities on this team. Obviously, Mima being one of the only Japanese players on the team. He's been really good so far. That defense by him, great effort. So we'll see if U of A can convert this into a shot.
Absolutely, and obviously we cover hockey as well. That's a very international sport. Trying to center it off. Bowman searching for it, and ASU is able to bail him out. Bowman was in a very vulnerable position, and now the ball goes back into the possession of ASU. They have speed to burn. Trying to take it up ahead. Now over to the far side. Wildcats able to catch up and slow down ASU momentarily. So ASU is going to try to look for the opening. Goes back to the Wildcats. Wildcats able to rocket down the pitch, and referees blow their whistle.
Looks like there's going to be some players subbing in for ASU, number 2 and 32 for ASU.
So we're going to reset this offense. Looks like that's Alabadula.
Yep.
For
and Thomas Ramsey. That's going to be for number 63 for ASU, Mima. And Mima's getting a lot of handshakes on the way there. You got to be proud of his effort tonight if he doesn't come back into the game.
Yeah, loved his effort, especially on that previous play. Like I said, got a little too much skin, but at the same time, you love the overall aggression. As the kick right there from ASU just goes a little too high of the net. So we remain 2-0 here on the YouTube live stream. Now here come the Wildcats. Wildcats taking their time, a couple steps up ahead. Goes back into the possession of the Sun Devils. Having control of it is Flores. Flores scored the first goal of the game for the Sun Devils. Far side corner. ASU looking to reset their offense. Trying to center it off with Flores. Flores unable to find the ball. Benjamin looking for an opening, trying to drop it on back. Wildcats able to pinpoint the pass beautifully. As the ball goes into the gravel, out of play. So we're going to reset once again. So Kuda, the goalkeeper for the Wildcats, kicks it downfield. His team is able to reach it. Goes over to the near side. ASU runs out of room.
Looks like Kyle Moon will take it here.
Yeah, that was Provenzano on the previous offensive possession. Able to pass over to King. Looking for an opening with the shot. And looks like he put a little too much muscle on that one as it went over the net, and including it went over the fence here at the multi-purpose field. So that's going to reach what, like a ditch area?
I was going to reach almost near the apartments, but a little ditch area, as you mentioned, Trey. That was Derek Moon getting it back into play. See him over there in center field. A little chat with number 9 for U of A. All jokes, obviously.
I don't think so. I've heard the chippiness between the Wildcats and the Sun Devils when I was doing sideline just about a week or two ago. So, you know, it might be a rivalry, but I think there's still some sort of animosity between both respective programs.
Yeah, I mean, ASU, U of A, GCU, NAU, all 4 of those schools have intense rivalries with each other. We see that across all sports, and it doesn't stop in men's soccer. But, I mean, even then, some of these players are actually really tight with each other. Obviously, a lot of them are from Arizona, so some of them grew up together.
Over to the near side for the Sun Devils. Sun Devils getting chased, unable to collect it. Taking control of it is Ubeda. Goes back to Bowman. Bowman able to use his feet to slow down the ball. Bowman, the goalkeeper for the Sun Devils of Arizona State.
It's going to be Derek Moon down there.
Passing it over to Moon. Moon tries to slide up ahead, back into the possession of Moon. Moon on the near side. Gets tripped up a little bit. Looks like he collided with Maloney.
Looks like he's taking some laughs, some jokes over from the U of A bench. He's going to take the ball here.
So Moon, once again, on the side out.
It looks like there's no Moon out here today, Trey.
I was waiting for you to say that. I was waiting for you to say that. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I don't see one.
Clear skies here at ASU on this beautiful night. Goes high of the net just by a foot. Stop looking for the moon. We get it.
We'll see if, you know, there might not be a moon up in the sky, but we'll see if some moon power can come in here.
What? What's that? What's moon power?
Some Derek Moon soccer skills.
Near side corner, trying to center it off. Wildcats able to locate the ball. Now over to the near side for ASU once again. Looking for possession of it was Alabadullah. Side out for the Wildcats. Looking to reset the offense. Over to the far side in front of the spectators.
They'll throw it in. U of A will kick that back to midfield.
Right now, ASU on top by a score of 2-0 against their interstate rival.
It's been a dominant game so far for ASU. They've had most of the possession of the ball, and when needed, all their star players are out there in front of the net, making sure they get some points, some goals, making sure they can get some balls to the net. They've had definitely the better chances here tonight.
Kicking over to the far side for the Wildcats. Trying to slide it up ahead in front of the spectators. Dropping on back for the Wildcats. Over to the near side for Arizona, taking their time. Morris able to maneuver it downfield. Looks like that pass was...
Nice save by Bowman, but can't get the rebound.
So he stopped about 85% of the ball, but right there at the right possible time, the Wildcats were able to collect it, and now they've cut this lead in half. It's 2-1.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I mean, Bowman had a great save with his kicking motion on that first kick, but no one was there for ASU to help him out. And with him down, U of A is easily able to deposit the ball into the back of the net, and they're going to make it a little tighter here.
I believe that's going to go to Obrakata, number 9 for U of A. That's who the pass was intended to. And just like in a blink of an eye, it is 2-1. Looking down at my notes to see who the pass was intended for, and then all of a sudden I look up and U of A was able to score.
Yeah, Oberkata was like a anaconda right there. He's snaking his way, get that goal.
I don't think anacondas are very sneaky. They're large snakes. Goes
Ooh.
back over to the Wildcats. ASU able to wear the ball. Now over to the near side corner, looking for an opening. Trying to center it off.
Oh, that was close.
But here they go once again with the shot attempt.
And that's
Initial
gonna
save,
be
and they
easy.
score.
Goal! And
So tick for tack, ASU will get the goal back. It is 3-1.
we're trying to see who that is. Did you happen to see who got the third rebound?
And
Looks
looks
like they're discussing it.
Yeah, it looks like the referees are discussing it. In fact, to maybe see if it will be considered a good goal or not. So for right now, it is 2-1 in favor of ASU. It could be 3-1, but we're just waiting for the official assessment.
Did you happen to see who got the rebound? Because there were a lot of rebounds in that play.
No, I saw who got the initial rebound, but obviously that's not going to be credited to him. But I don't. But we're just gonna have to wait and see what the official scoreboard is. But it doesn't matter. It looks like I think the goal will be waved off because we saw U of A clap in appreciation on their bench.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be tough for ASU. You're obviously working hard to get that goal there. You had a lot of players in front of that net.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it's still going to remain 2-1 here on the live stream on YouTube. Thank you for tuning into this special soccer matchup between the Wildcats of Arizona and the Arizona State University Sun Devils. In Tempe, Arizona, over to the far side, Trey Matthews joined alongside Chase Beardsley. Brady and Mahir are our sideline reporters. Playing in front of the spectators, ASU trying to swipe it on down.
Decent crowd out here tonight, Trey.
Absolutely. It looks like that's going to be the end of the first half. So ASU is still on top by a score of 2-1 as we're going to head into the intermission. So, Chase, what did you see in this matchup?
So far, I mean, up until the final couple of minutes, ASU was dominating the whole entire play. But then U of A just got that goal, and it was an easy goal for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We're waiting to see if our sideline reporters will have anything. But for the time being, you just saw ASU. They tried to answer on back. Unfortunately, it did seem like that goal was waved off. So once again, it is 2-1 in favor of the Sun Devils as they look to carry the momentum into the second half of play to try to once again extend their win streak here at the multi-purpose field. But nonetheless, we're seeing ASU just come out aggressive, come out full speed ahead against their interstate rival once again. So we're trying to fix the score bug because the clock is still going.
Yeah, Trey, what'd you like about this this first half so far?
You don't want it like this because then you're blocking your lips. So
Well,
the microphone will still catch
I
it.
do like the overall play from both respective teams and how how the Wildcats just didn't give up. We saw that the Wildcats were kind of struggling to get good looks, but once they were able to finally get that good look on Bowman, they were able to sneak it on past them and thus score the goal. But for the time being, ASU has been dominating from start to, I guess, like not exactly finish, but from start to intermission. So once again, I'm just expecting for ASU to try to put their foot on the gas pedal and come out with a sense of urgency to begin the second half of play. So please disregard the score bug because it is 2-1 in favor of the Arizona State Sun Devils. Chase, what do you think the Wildcats have to do in order to improve?
I mean, you just gotta get more shots on net. I mean, they've only had that one shot. I mean, they put it in, but didn't know there hasn't been a lot of offensive pressure from the Wildcats.
No, not at all. And the Wildcats are looking to improve just a little bit more. So we're going to send it down to the sideline for Mahir. So, Mahir, what do you got for me?
Well, I did talk to head coach Kyle Cornell, and he basically said that both teams are just pardon me, I should say, two great sides out there in the sense that both of them are well disciplined in terms of their lines. Now, he did say that one thing, especially for the Wildcats offense, is to try to get on the counter and to try to get the ball over the top onto the weak side. Of course, this team was down to ASU the last time these two faced off in the Territorial Cup in Tucson. It ended out in a 2-2 draw. They were down 2-1 as they entered stoppage time. So the Wildcats trying to get a result out of this one here in Tempe. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Mahir. Awesome job once again. So, yeah, obviously we're just going to see if the Wildcats can try to mount that comeback just a little bit more. They were able to cut the lead in half. It is 2-1 here at the multi-purpose field. And, yeah, so Chase, I think the name of the game for both respective programs is just for U of A, go back to what Mahir was saying earlier, which is just, stick to your guns and just try to be a little more technical. And then for ASU, just try to go out with a bang like their coaches has been preaching to them.
Yeah, ASU just needs to keep up with their game. They were playing a good game until final couple minutes of that first half. If they keep their defense the way they've been keeping it all cohesive, keep suffocating any U of A chances, you're gonna win this game. But U of A is sneaking back into this. That almost breakaway from U of A got them that goal, and we'll see if they can cap it off here.
So we're going to step aside here on the YouTube live stream. We will be back momentarily. Once again, ASU is on top of University of Arizona by a score of 2-1. Trey Matthews joined alongside Chase Beardsley. We will see you momentarily. Don't go anywhere.
Going into it, will they park the bus and play conservative to preserve this 1-goal lead, or will they go back to the attack and try and go back up 2 goals? Only time will tell. We'll see in the second half. Back up to you guys.
Welcome back to Multi-Purpose Field here on the campus of Arizona State University. Trey Matthews joins us alongside Chase Beardsley, and ASU is on top of their interstate rival, the University of Arizona Wildcats, by a score of 2-1.
It's a close one here, Trey. We'll see. It's going to be a rough one until the end. But, I mean, ASU has had some really good opportunities in this past half.
Absolutely. So for me, I'm just looking for a good battle. And I'm sure that ASU is going to try to put their foot on the gas pedal and just try to go up ahead by a decent amount.
All right. And so the players will gather midfield, and match will shortly begin. But, Trey, any thoughts on these two teams?
Yeah, I like the overall effort from the University of Arizona Wildcats as they were trying to get back into the game. And obviously, they got a little lucky because there was one goal that should have gone into the way for ASU. However, that got waved off. So for ASU, they tried to answer on back quickly because moments ago, the Wildcats were able to score and cut the lead in half. So for ASU, you just got to find that insurance goal, or you just got to play excellent defense to try to hold off the Wildcats. So we are underway to begin the second half. Here comes ASU taking over to the far side in front of the spectators. Couple steps. Now passing it over near. Goes back over to their goalkeeper. Over to the far side, near the far side corner. Tries to rock it up ahead. And the ball will bounce in front of the spectators. Goes out of play. ASU on the side out. Takes a couple steps back. Wildcats able to shoot it on down. Goes over to the far side corner, reaches the gravel, and it goes out of play once again.
Yeah, I mean, already good effort from ASU. It's only been a couple seconds into the half, but already great effort by them.
Yeah, so for ASU, expect for them to run because that's what we saw in the first half. They're just a team that likes to run and gun and just try to establish themselves and try to find those openings to try and score. On the side out, trying to center it off, looking for the opening. No one was home for ASU.
That was a close one.
It was a really close one as Kuda was able to take control of it for the Wildcats and able to collect it.
A lot of players scrimmaging around that net, and I could have easily gone in, but good eye coordination by the U of A goaltender.
Near side. Now goes back to midfield, trying to drop it on back. Here comes ASU. Wide open opportunity. And Kuda is able to collect the ball with ease.
They had passed it over to number 18 on ASU. That could have easily been a little breakaway there, but just a straight easy save for the U of A goaltender there.
Yeah, it looks like that was Kabarjal for ASU, and unfortunately just ran out of room. And like I said, he had a wide open opportunity, but trailing him were the Wildcats, so he did kind of have to rush it just a tad bit. Trying to tap it on free, goes back over to the Wildcats. Wildcats able to maneuver the ball over to near the spectators, out of play, side out for the Wildcats, tosses it on in.
That was nice by Moon. Easily able to do a little somersault there and then get right back up. No difficulty at all from that. It looked like a little trip from U of A.
Obviously expect for U of A to get a little chippy and try to get somewhat physical if they're not able to tie this game in a reasonable amount of time.
Absolutely. I mean, with that U of A goal, it was actually mentioned to me, there was a little bit of a tussle over near that net, a little bit of fighting. So you can see that these two teams do not like each other at all.
Nope. Once again, interstate rivals. Side out for ASU, able to toss it on in. Trying to collect it, goes back over to the Wildcats. Wildcats will take control of the ball. Hands it on in, looking for the opening. Wildcats looking to attack. Dropping on back. Wildcats will reset their offense. Taking their time. Glides it up ahead. Wildcats looking for the opening. ASU able to play some excellent defense.
Yeah, that was a good one by one of those ASU defenders, easily able to neutralize that ball.
Yeah, that was Brady Hughes right there. So playing excellent defense on the Wildcats to try to cut off their breathing lanes just a little bit because they were coming down with full force and a decent amount of speed as Mahir, our sideline reporter, showing off a bit of his footwork. I don't think he has a future in soccer. Goes back to the Wildcats. Wildcats try to kick the ball. It goes a little too high of the net. Bowman didn't even need to make that. Didn't even need to make a save at all as it hops over the fence.
That went all the way to the apartments this time, Trey.
Yeah, that's the second time this evening that we've seen a ball reach the apartment complex. It is completely dark in Tempe, Arizona. A little chilly out.
Oh, the weather's kind of fun here.
Weather is kind of fun. Charging on in. It's better when it's not scorching.
Oh, absolutely, Trey. Now, Trey, you come from an area where it's freezing cold, so it wouldn't be like this back in Adrian College or Philadelphia.
Philadelphia gets a little warm this time around. It just rains a lot in Philadelphia, but in Michigan, you're right, it does get cold. The weather can be erratic at times, and one time I remember on April 20th, just a couple years ago, we got like a huge snowstorm. So that was definitely that was definitely just a sight to behold. I remember the date vividly, just because it was late April, and we're like, come on, why is there like 3 or 4 inches of snow?
Yeah.
So it was like a winter wonderland, and it's April. Side out for the Wildcats. Tosses it on in, drops it on back. Wildcats looking for an opening. Passing it over to the near side.
Nice interception there by ASU.
Yep, pass intended for Brewer for the Wildcats. Goes back over to ASU.
Ooh.
Brewer playing some physicality, trying to collect the ball. He's able to do so. Drops it on back to Guerrera. Guerrera passes over to his left. Over to Johnson, now dropping on back, putting on the brakes. Wildcats looking to reset their offense. Taps it up ahead. Now over to the near side. Brewer looking for an opening. Hughes able to tap it on free.
Number 7, Brewer, put the moves on there from the ASU forward. That was some good playing by U of A to keep the ball away from ASU.
Then we saw Mima and Hughes able to just collect the ball and just able to knock Brewer off the ball. So excellent defense right there for the Sun Devils of Arizona State. Here comes ASU looking for an opening. Passing over to the near side for Hughes. Dropping on back into the possession of their goalkeeper of Bowman. Bowman taps the ball up ahead, looks for a full-fledged kick. He's able to do so, goes over to midfield. Goes off the head of ASU. Able to keep the offensive possession alive were the Sun Devils. That was Jacob Flores. Now over to the far side. Trying to drop it on back. ASU looking for an opening. Goes back over to the Wildcats at midfield. Slides up ahead to Brewer. Brewer looking for the shot attempt, not before the referees blow their whistles. I believe offsides is the official assessment. So Brewer got a little too antsy, so we're going to have to reset. Yeah, Brewer was just like full speed ahead, and he had Bowman in his sights. Unfortunately, like I said, he pulled the trigger just a little too early.
I have to admit, he's been one of the better players for U of A. He's obviously showing his skill all throughout the game, putting the works on some of these ASU forwards and defensemen.
Absolutely. So Brewer once again trying to battle for the ball. Looking for the opening. Side out for the Sun Devils of Arizona State. Wearing maroon and gold jerseys.
Gonna be number 50 for ASU. Run the ball back in.
Yep, that's Hughes. Taps it off his head. Looking for an opening. Flores couldn't find the ball. Goes back over to the Wildcats. Flores able to collect it once again for ASU, trying to tap it up ahead. Looks like that pass was intended for Cabarjal. Goes over to the far side. ASU able to tap it on free. Lofts the ball over to the far side of the field in front of the spectators. Wildcats able to collect it. Side out for them. Trying to tap it on free, goes over to the far side corner. Referees blow their whistle once more. Far side corner for ASU. It's been a pretty good battle between these inner city rivals, wouldn't you say, Chase?
I would say so, Trey. Both teams, had their fair share. I think ASU has been a little bit more dominant, as we've been saying. But U of A, in those slide moments, in those little moments, have been really good. I really like U of A's zone pressure, especially in the last couple of minutes in the first half when they got that first goal. They're a sneaky team. They can really score on you, but so far, ASU has had a really good game. Their defensive pressure has been on point, and it looks like everyone's been shown up to play. So we'll see if that luck continues for ASU. They've been really good this season.
Near side once again, side out for the Wildcats. Able to tap it on free. Floors looking for it. Goes back into the possession of the Wildcats. Putting the moves on right now was ASU. That was Kleiner. Kleiner able to take control of the ball. Kleiner looking to reset this offense for Arizona State. Drops it on back for Hughes. Hughes taps it on back towards his right for Kleiner once more. Hughes unable to find the ball as it reaches the bench for Arizona State.
That was a nice jump by number 50, making sure he's not in fault for the ball going out of bounds. And that way ASU can recover the ball here on the sideline, still have possession of it.
That was Brady Hughes. Near side once again. Goes back to Kuda.
You spoke about Brady Hughes. He's been obviously one of the players that we've been saying his name a lot. He's been excellent so far this game. Look forward to see what he does the rest of it.
Midfield once again for U of A. Drops it on back. Now over to the far side part of the field. Goes back over to the Wildcats as they look to loft it up ahead. Guerrera had a lot of muscle on that kick attempt. Goes back over to the Sun Devils of Arizona State. ASU taking their time now, passing over to the far side. Taking their time. Pass intended for Cabarjal. Goes over to the near side. Hughes takes control of the ball towards his left. Trying to center it off. Too many Wildcats in the lane to clog it up.
Yeah, that was a nice, some nice defense by the Wildcats. It looks like they're all starving that one player, but I mean, that's some smart defense by the Wildcats, and they're coming back the other way.
Goes below the goalie. Reaches the fence. Going to try this again.
It looks like that's going to be Moon kicking it in.
Moon will kick it in for ASU. Passing over to his goalkeeper of Bowman. Bowman will take his time. Bowman with the kick.
And that
downfield.
The ball's going to soar through the air like an arrow from a bow.
Another Chase pun. How many more puns you got?
Well, I mean, I think you can call them chaseisms.
No. Over to the near side. Bounces back into the possession of the Wildcats. They're going to do the side out to take control of the ball once more. Tosses it on in. Looking for an opening. Floor is wrestling for it. Able to take control of it.
Again, that's some nice pressure by ASU.
Now over to the far side. Full steam ahead. ASU looking for an opening. Wildcats trailing, able to take control of it, and Kuda is able to knock the ball free.
And that pass, if it was a little bit stronger, maybe ASU have a chance at a goal there.
Trying to find the seam of opening for ASU, unable to take control of it. Tries to flutter it on in was Cabarjal. And it squirts back over to ASU. Dropping on back for Khan. Khan able to maneuver the ball up ahead. U of A wrestling for it. Goes back to ASU. ASU passing over to the near side. Over to Floors. Floors, near side corner. Trying to tap it on free. ASU on top of the University of Arizona Wildcats by a score of 2-1. Near side corner once again for ASU, looking to kick it on in. So we're going to kick it down to our sideline reporter, Mahir. Mahir, what do you got for me?
In on ASU's conversation at the half, and it was basically keep the momentum going and keep the pressure going. And again, there was a lot of commendation in the huddle to Justin Provenzano and also Reyes Carbajal to try to be engines in the midfield and really wear out this Wildcat team. And on the other side, the Wildcats have gotten some chances going forward, and despite the offside trap getting to them from time to time, they remain hopeful to try to get the equalizer. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much for that sideline report, Mahir. So ASU full steam ahead, just trying to take control of the ball. Kicks it way high of the goal of the goalie, and it'll reach the other side of the field of the multi-purpose arena, or field, excuse me. As it looks like it hit another soccer.
And looks like the U of A goaltender will kick it back in.
Just a reminder, we are student broadcasters, still learning and growing as the game progresses. Trying to kick it on free. Looking for an opening. ASU trying to center it off. Trying to kick it on free, just goes too far wide. Almost there, but unfortunately unable to find the opening. Gonna reset. Now over to the near side for the Wildcats. Kicks it downfield. Headbutts is Khan. Khan looking for it, unable to find it. Goes back over to the Wildcats. Wildcats look to reset. Referees blow their whistle. We appreciate you for tuning into this live stream coverage of soccer between the Arizona State University Sun Devils and the University of Arizona Wildcats. Mima looking for it, searching for it, dropping it on back. Passing over to the near side. ASU looking to reset their offense. Muscles it on in, trying to center it off. Mima unable to get a full-fledged swing right there.
That would have been nice for Mima. He's got a goal in 2 games. He's really been getting this in these games so far. And, I mean, he's provided great offensive firepower for ASU with some assists here today's game.
Absolutely, you just love the overall effort from all respective players right now. As Kuda, the goalkeeper for the Wildcats, knocks it downfield. Trying to tap it on free. Goes back to the Sun Devils. Sun Devils will take their time. They put on the brakes in front of the spectators. Lofts it downfield. Tries to flutter it on in. Trying to knock it on free. Goes back over to the Wildcats. Wildcats looking to take it up ahead. Goes back over to the far side for the Wildcats. A couple steps in, gets shut down. In a bit of a snafu. Trying to break out of it. As it reaches the spectators out of bounds. Substitutions being made for Arizona State.
Mima's out of the game again. Like, really good half for him. He was really noticeable in the game, and once again, the whole team is really happy for him, and it seems like he's a really good guy in the locker room.
Kabarjal also checks out of the game momentarily. ASU looking for an opening. Passing it over to the near side for Ramis. Ramis, couple steps up ahead, looking for the kick attempt. Goes back over to the Wildcats. Wildcats passing over to the near side, stretching it up ahead. Now at midfield, ASU looking to take control of it. Franco wrestling for it, unable to take control of it. He and Badouin were tussling, and Badouin was able to win that battle. Over to the far side for the Wildcats. Now passing over to Granados. Now at midfield. And Franco gets taken down onto the ground.
That's going to be a yellow card, looks like.
Yeah, that is going to be a yellow card. You could hear the physicality from where we were. So I know soccer is a contact sport, but unfortunately that was a little too much contact. It is 2-1 in favor of the Sun Devils of Arizona State, taking on their inner city rival. Far side for ASU looking to reset. Kahn getting chased, searching for it. Bowman comes in to bail him out.
That was a close one. U of A was really fast in that little play there, and luckily for ASU, they were fast enough to get the ball upfield.
Over to the near side corner, trying to center it off. Nobody was home for the Sun Devils, as the ball will slide over to the far side for the Wildcats. Wildcats looking to take it downfield as it goes down the pitch at midfield.
That was a great headbutt by the ASU player.
And the ball goes out of play, reaches the fence. Out of bounds, goes back over into the possession of the Wildcats. Tosses it on in. ASU maneuvers the puck back over to the midfield. Now over to the near side for the Wildcats. Slides it on down. Wildcats looking to reset, taking control of the ball. ASU hounding them right now, looking for that opening. Maneuvers the ball over to the far side, reaches Bowman. Bowman is able to collect it and defuse the attack attempt from the Wildcats of U of A. Onto the near side for the boys in maroon and gold. Taking his time with it is Ramis.
Ooh, good defensive play by that U of A defender right there to keep it within the middle of the field.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ramis came full steam ahead, and he got shut down. Looking for the opening is Hughes. Hughes is tussling right now, along with Brewer. Brewer wasn't taking any prisoners with Hughes, and the ball goes out of bounds.
And that's unfortunate for Brady Hughes. Almost wasn't his fault that I went out of bounds, but fortunately that last little kick was on him.
All the goals came in the first half. ASU has scored 2, and the University of Arizona has scored 1. Ball reaches the near side fence, out of bounds. Once again, goes back to the Wildcats, the boys in blue.
Yeah, U of A, they're definitely putting up a good fight here in the second half, trying to tie the game. In the first half, it seemed like ASU had a lot of the pressure until the very last couple of minutes, but now it kind of feels like the teams have felt each other out and play on.
Guerrera able to maneuver the ball downfield. Taking control on the near side of the pitch was the Wildcats. That was Lynn. Goes back over to Bowman. Bowman maneuvers it over towards his right. Now over to the far side part of the pitch. ASU able to fire it down. Now here come the Sun Devils looking to reset their offense. Swivels the ball over to the near side for Hughes. Hughes taking his time. Looks like he was being hounded by Brewer once more, so he elected to drop it on back. Franco dropping on back for Kahn. Kahn trying to slide the ball up ahead. Wrestling forward in front of the spectators. Bounces over to the far side. Now here comes ASU. Wide open opportunity, looking for the kick attempt, trying to center it off. Ran out of room.
Just not enough players in the front of the net, but here we go. Here's a chance by number 7, ASU.
Flores searching for it, unable to find it. Goes back to the Wildcats, and the Wildcats are able to tightrope out of that snafu. Hughes able to hit the ball off his back. Bowman searching for it. And I believe offsides is the call once more. So it goes over to ASU. ASU takes it onto the far side of the pitch in front of the spectators. Putting on the brakes, dropping on back. ASU looking to reset their offense. Kahn putting on the brakes. Passing over to Hughes towards his left. Trying to slide it up ahead. Passing over to his right for Franco. Franco right now trying to demand the offense for ASU. Franco takes control of it. Able to rocket the ball up ahead. Blasting it over to the far side. Goes over to the far side corner. And it goes out of bounds. Reaches the gravel here at the ASU multi-purpose field.
Yeah, and prior play by ASU, that was a good burst of speed by the Sun Devil. And if they had a couple more players in front of the net, maybe they could have gotten some chances up in the front. But still, incredible speed by ASU.
Flores unable to take full grasp of the ball. Dropping on back into the possession of Franco. Ramis able to drop it on back. Franco over to Flores. Flores running out of room, being hounded. He was hounded and pestered on that last possession and lost control of the ball. Johnson wasn't giving him an inch of breathing room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Goes over to the goalkeeper.
Now it looks like there's going to be a goaltender substitution for ASU. Number 39, Zach Nojic, coming into the game. Max Bowman finishes the game. Only one goal allowed in the game. He's been great when needed. The one goal that was scored against him, we can't fault that one on him. Not enough defenders in front of the net, but he's done for today. And Zach Nojic comes into the game. He's going to be starting his second game. But this is his, or sorry, he will be in his third game. Only started one game this season. Looks like looking at his record, he was also in a lot of the shutouts against some of these easier teams that won 5-0, 7-0 for ASU back in February and April. But he was also in the GCU game back in March 26th. Close one there, 2-1 game for ASU.
Looking to reset. Looks like there's going to be a formation in front of Najic. Looks like a free kick.
Corner kick over there.
Trying to center it off. Headbutts it over to the far side. Trying to tap it on free. ASU loses control of the ball, and they lose the foot race with the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that was a good header over there to get it out of the ASU zone.
So ASU going to reset their offense. Taking their time is Kahn. Kahn was quarterbacking the offense momentarily for the Sun Devils. Like to drop it on back. Passes up ahead, goes off the leg of a Wildcats player as the ball reaches the spectators on the far side. Goes out of bounds. Tosses it on in, goes over to the far side corner. Headbutts it away. We're the Wildcats. Wildcats hit it out of bounds once more.
That header's going to knock it out of bounds for U of A. This will be an important kick for ASU. We'll see if they can get anything off of it. It looks like it's going to be a little corner kick over here.
Far side corner. ASU looking to center it off. Everyone in their formation. ASU searching for it. Trying to knock it on in, and the Wildcats are able to get it away from their goalkeeper.
That was some great defense over there by the U of A players. I mean, looks like it was about to go in, but a good kick by one of the defensemen, and we'll play on with the 2-1 lead for ASU.
Ramus over to Franco, trying to headbutt it on in. Was Flores, comes up empty as he missed everything.
Yeah, I mean, that was a close one again by ASU. Good header by U of A, but it will go out of bounds there.
Over to the far side. Out of bounds. Looks like ASU is making a substitution. Checking into the game is Aaron Lang.
That's number 25 for ASU. He's played 4 games, 3 goals so far in those 4 games. He's been in...
Trying to center it off. Goes just a tad bit far wide. And just to say, Flores was the one who was being subbed out. So Lang checks into the game in favor of Flores.
Yeah, and Lang has played those 4 games. All 4 games have been a win.
Trying to pass it downfield. And it goes out of bounds. Tosses it on in. Chase, how you been liking the soccer match so far? What have you been liking and not liking so far?
Well, I mean, from the first half to the second half, not a lot of chances for ASU as compared to the first half where they were getting a lot more chances in front of the net. But I think this has been a better second half for U of A. They've obviously gotten a couple corner kicks over there, almost put a couple in. Same with ASU. It's still a tight game. It's a 2-1 game. This is a game that U of A could easily come out and tie or win. This is a game that ASU could easily score another goal and put this one away. I'm excited to see who's going to get that next goal, or if ASU is going to keep their defense rolling and secure the victory today.
Tossing on back for the Wildcats. Feathers it on in. Goes back over to ASU, looking to reset their offense. And it goes out of bounds once more. Time is winding down for the Wildcats, as they're going to need some sort of momentum push to try to tie this game quickly.
Yeah, I did say U of A's had a lot more chances in this second half, but in the past couple minutes, it's been kind of ASU's game.
ASU looking for the insurance goal, and then for the Wildcats, they are looking for the game-tying goal. ASU trying to penetrate on in, unfortunately ran out of room. Goes over to the near side for the Wildcats. Tries to feather it on in. This could be trouble. Here come the Wildcats. Looking for the opening, and they score! Najik did all that he could do. Unfortunately, he comes up empty, and Brewer is able to get the game-tying goal for the Wildcats of the University of Arizona.
He's been so good this game. He's made a lot of great mid-zone, midfield opportunities and defensive plays. And, I mean, that's what you want of U of A. Their bench exploded, and that's exactly what you want. Now the game's tied, and we'll see. I mean, it's like U of A sneaks back into this game, has that one great chance, and capitalizes on it. So we'll see if they can keep doing that. We'll see if ASU can get some momentum up.
So we'll see what happens, but right now we have a brand new game as it is tied 2 apiece here at the multi-purpose field here in Tempe, Arizona. Over to the near side, ASU now looking for some sort of momentum to go their way. It's worth mentioning that ASU scored the first 2 goals of the game, and then the University of Arizona was able to score 2 in return. Time winding down, score tied 2 apiece. ASU looking to come out on the winning end. Lang searching for it. Goes over to the far side corner, trying to tap it on free. Goes back over to the Wildcats. Skies it into the air. Headbutts it. We're the Wildcats. Trying to tip it on free. ASU searching for it. Unable to do so. Khan able to rocket the ball over to the near side. Wildcats able to collect it. Goes out of bounds. So they will toss it on in. Goes over to the Wildcats on the near side. Hughes comes hustling on in. Trying to take it down to the other side of the field. And we're going to get a whistle by the referees. It looks like there's a bit of a scuffling match, extracurricular activity happening. Referees got to separate them.
Yeah, and they're getting into it here.
Yeah, referees got to separate them. That's Kyle Benjamin, one of them for ASU.
Couple of the players, you know, forgiving each other, but that was a tussle if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, so referees have to separate both respective players. Like I said, I knew Kyle Benjamin was one of them, and he was with Arizona State. I wasn't sure who he was chirping at, but nonetheless, referees were able to defuse it, and now we're going to play on. Looks like everyone's setting up into their formation. Referees just trying to discuss what the official assessment is going to be.
And it just shows that great rivalry between these 2 teams, no matter what sport. There's always going to be a little bit of tussling, a little bit of fighting here and there.
So everyone sets up into their formation. Lining on up. So ASU and the University of Arizona are tied 2 apiece. University of Arizona have scored 2 unanswered goals. Thank you for tuning in. Trey Matthews joined alongside Chase Beardsley here at the multi-purpose field in Tempe, Arizona. Looks like a free kick happening. ASU trying to take it deep on in. Looking for the shot attempt. Goes back over to the Wildcats. Wildcats take it over to the near side.
That was U of A's defense coming up big when they have to. ASU was trying to set up something in front of that net, but just could not.
Najek skies the ball into the air. Goes back over to the Wildcats, over to Brewer. Over to the near side for U of A once more. Taking control of it was Ubeda. Still on the near side. Brewer hustling for it on the near side corner. Able to tap it on free. Hughes was trailing him.
ASU's not going to like that call to give U of A the corner kick here.
You might not like the call, but you got to tighten up your defense in this circumstance. So here it comes. Trying to center it off, and ASU is able to knock it loose. Goes back to U of A, and referees will blow their whistle. Looks like more substitutions are about to take place for ASU.
Looks like number 7.
Yep, that's
number 18 and coming into the game.
So that is Floors, Mima. And then the last person subbing in.
And that's number 63 for ASU.
Yep, that's Mima, 63. Floors is 7. And Kabarjal is 18. So 3 new substitutions for ASU.
Michael Franco coming out of the game. Number 6 for ASU and number 25 also coming out of the game.
Near side for ASU. Goes over to Floors. Floors looking for one of his teammates. Comes up empty. Lofts the ball back into the possession of Brewer, and referees blow their whistle. Offsides is a call. Once again, we've been seeing Brewer get just a little too antsy, just trying to take the ball down to the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, and you do like to see that sometimes out of him. He's had a great game, but sometimes a little bit too antsy. But again, great game so far by him.
Absolutely. Goes over to the far side. ASU able to loft it on down. Looking for an opening. Drops it on back, reaches the spectators. Family, friends, and fans in attendance for tonight's matchup on this chilly evening here in Tempe, Arizona. Once again, it was scorching hot earlier, and now it's cooled down significantly. Trying to center it off. Wildcats able to knock the ball on loose. Trying to drop it on back, goes over to the far side. Skies it down to the other side of the pitch. Kabarjal hustling for it. With the shot attempt. And Najek, it just went a little too far wide of him. Didn't even need to make that tough of a save. Najek looking to reset the offense for ASU. Kicks it downfield. Reaches the bench of the Wildcats. Out of bounds. Floors takes it on to the near side, trying to pass it up ahead. Gets tangled up. Goes out of bounds once more. Looks like Provenzano was the pass intended for. Provenzano, excuse me. Floors.
It's going to be ASU.
Now over to Hughes. Back down to Hughes. Hughes takes a couple steps over towards his right. Putting on the moves. Passing over towards the right. It will pass it over towards his right once more. Now over to the far side. Dropping on back for ASU. Sun Devils looking to find some sort of momentum. Skies it up in the air. Reaches the gravel, out of bounds.
That was some nice plays by Hughes to kind of get away from some of those U of A defenders. That's got to be some nice moves I've seen on the pitch today.
Corner kick for the Sun Devils of Arizona State, maroon and gold. Centering it off. ASU looking for the headbutt, unable to find it.
Nice save by the U of A goaltender.
Looking for the opening. And ASU gets shut down.
You can hear ASU's bench screaming there. Wide open net of the U of A goaltender down. It's a tough one to see. Tough chance to see get passed on.
Far side corner once more. Everyone sets up into their formation. ASU looking for the headbutt to try to knock it on in. Wildcats able to retrieve the ball first. Skies it up into the air, goes over to the near side. Went near our cameraman Max. Time winding down in this one. Score knotted up 2 apiece.
Yeah, this is got to be ASU's biggest push here if they want to untie this game and get the lead.
Tries to kick it on down, and it reaches Kuda. So Kuda will take control of it, the goalkeeper for the Wildcats. Looking to reset. Skies it on down. Reaches the Wildcats on the near side. Slides it up ahead. Over to the near side corner. Tapping it free. Trying to center it off. Up top. Reaches the gravel once more, out of bounds. Score tied 2 apiece once more as the clock continues to tick in the sport of soccer.
Kuda's going to kick this out.
Kuda skies it on down over to the near side. Flores uses his head to headbutt it. Looking for an opening is Benjamin. Goes downfield. Looking for one final push. ASU able to rocket the puck, or rocket the ball, excuse me, up high. Now goes over to the far side. In front of the audience. ASU, speed to burn. Looking for that final push once more. The shot attempt. And it goes high of the goalie. ASU just trying anything out of desperation. So Kuda will take control of the ball. Puts it on down. And punts it over to midfield. Fiddling with it. Goes back to U of A. ASU takes control of it. Over to the near side. Goes out of play. So, Chase, what would you like to see from ASU as they look to make that final push?
I mean, if they get this ball possession here, you want to see some great pressure in front of the net. Kuda, I mean, he's been decent, but the rebounds have been iffy for him. We almost saw a couple go in. I believe the second goal by ASU happened because of rebounds.
And we're going to toss it over to our sideline reporter, Brady. What you got for us? Goes high of Kuda, the goalkeeper, on that last step.
Game now at 2 apiece here in the late stages of the second half. Well, a raise of momentum will be very much needed for this ASU team as they are looking to strike right here in the late stages. Back up to you guys.
Yep, so ASU and University of Arizona battling hard. As time is winding down in this one. Over to the near side. Hustling forward is ASU. Here comes Hughes. Trailing him is Brewer. Wildcats and Brewer and Hughes getting tangled up a little bit. Looks like Brewer was tangling with the neck of Hughes just a tad bit.
They were not very happy with that.
No, that looked like it was out of frustration and wanted a little bit of payback. Brewer felt like Hughes did him dirty on the previous possession. So he decided to grab him by the neck just a little bit. Goes over to the far side for ASU. Tries to slide it up ahead, drops it on back. Goes over to the Wildcats. Now back over to the Sun Devils of ASU. Over to Hughes. Hughes takes control of it on the near side in front of the bench. Tries to center it off. Can't headbutt it on in as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Kyle Benjamin once again in front of the net. Close header there, but just could not get it.
And right now we do have a player down on the ground. But I think that's going to end the game either way. So it's going to end in a draw. Neither team comes away with the win. Neither team comes away with the loss. It's a 2-2 tie here at the multi-purpose field. So, Chase, it was one heck of a battle, but unfortunately, neither team was able to come away victorious. ASU scored the first 2 goals of the game, and then University of Arizona was able to score 2 unanswered ones.
Yeah, full time for the team as they handshake in the midfield. Really aggressive matchup here today. There was a lot of tussles, a lot of almost fighting. We saw get a little battle after a lot of shoving by both these teams, but at the end of the day, all handshakes, all good fun here at the soccer field. Really, really good game for ASU. They just could not hold on. that was a bad breakaway to give up for ASU on that last goal by Brewer, but an impressive move by Brewer, who had an incredible game for U of A. On the ASU side, gotta go with Benjamin. He's been really good in this game. We mentioned his name a lot.
Yeah, so obviously Benjamin and Flores were the 2 goal scorers for ASU. And ASU, I'm sure they're not really satisfied with walking away with the draw, as they give a round of applause to their fan base, a little bit of a salute. Both coaches are going to talk to their respective teams. So, Jace, obviously we've played sports in which there's got to be a winner. There can't be a tie. So just like put yourself into the player's shoes momentarily, what are you taking away from a tie?
I mean, I think you take both the pros and cons out of it. It was a good game, overall game by ASU. They just can't allow those breakaways. Yeah, overall great game. Really loved the headers in front of the net by ASU. If that last one would have gone through, I think ASU would have gotten the win here. But we'll see what ASU can pull off in the future.
Yeah, so ASU, once again, they are dominant on their home pitch, and unfortunately, they were not able to finish. They scored the first 2 goals of the game, but unfortunately, they had let the Wildcats score 2 unanswered goals themselves. So, ends in a draw in a lengthy 90-minute battle.
Yeah, I mean, again, that breakaway by Brewer, again, you can't let someone like that have a breakaway. He was offensively impressive this whole match. Put the moves on a lot of ASU players. And I think he's going to be someone to watch out for on the U of A team in the coming future. Yeah, just an impressive outing by him.
So we talked about the good for the most part, but what were some of the bad that you saw for both respective teams? Like what would you say both teams need to improve on?
Yeah, U of A needs to get a little bit more shots in that first half. They didn't have enough shots. They were helped a lot by a couple good players getting in there, getting good breakaways, because they just broke through ASU's defense at some points. And in the second half, I think they really fixed their game. They got a lot more shots, a lot more opportunities, but overall, I think if you're U of A, improve your offense just a tad bit, but keep doing great on those breakaways. I think that was their most impressive tool today. And for ASU, I mean, you got to tie in on that defense. Both goals were allowed pretty much by breakaways. The first one, 2 rebounds in front of your own net, and there was no one there to help save it, and it went in. And that second one, obviously Brewer put his skills on show on the pitch, and that was a nice goal by him.
Not sure if Brady or Mahir are going to get sideline interviews. We're just waiting for the word on that one. But anyway, so for this overall soccer matchup, what I just saw was ASU, they like to run. I think that's the overall thing. They just really like to run and gun and just look for those openings. But unfortunately, once the Wildcats settled into the game, you just saw that they got much better at it.
Yeah, I mean, some teams are like that. You just got to kind of know your opponent, kind of get to know them, and see how they're playing. And that's what U of A kind of did. But I think, again, they were really helped by some holes in ASU's defense.
So right now, just like we said, we're still waiting for the official word as to whether or not Brady or Mahir will get sideline interviews. But we're going to take a quick pause of the action momentarily. We will be back to close it out momentarily on the live stream for ASU Soccer. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the live stream coverage of soccer. Right now, it seems like we do have a sideline interview courtesy of Mahir, so waiting for him to get set and get ready, but momentarily. So looks like he is standing by with a couple of ASU soccer players. So Mahir, what you got for me?
Guys, I'm here with Thomas, Derek Moon, and Derek, you got the trophy in your hands. Southwest League champions for the second consecutive year. How does it feel?
I mean, it feels great for a team. We've worked really hard to be where we are now, and to have it like just show with 2 back-to-back league champs. It just sets an even higher bar to go back and do it again next year.
Thomas, it was an interesting game today. Unfortunately, you did not get all 3 points. What are your thoughts from this game?
Yeah, of course we want the 3 points. It's unfortunate we didn't get it, but game. I think we just 2 slip-ups was all it cost for the game. 2 slip-ups, 2 goals for them. But I think we outplayed them as a team. So not the best result, but wish we got the champs trophy. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
For sure, for sure. Of course, we had a lot of fans coming out today. How did it feel to get that support, get that energy, and then that too had the Territorial Cup right here in Tempe?
Oh, it's amazing. Every time we go down to UVA, they have about today. I think it changes the game a lot when you have fans. Very nice.
I'd also like to wish a happy birthday.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I did not know it was going to play on my birthday, but playing against U of A couldn't have asked for anything better. I mean, I would have liked to get all 3 points, but I mean, a hard-fought game is all I could really ask for. It's a great game always between ASU and U of A. It's a great rivalry, and I love it.
And you're playing a sport you love, right?
Yeah, just playing all my life. I had to take like a 4-year break from it, and then when I came to ASU, I got to pick it back up and get back into it, so it was great.
That's awesome. So Derek Moon and Thomas Ramsey here at pitch side here at ASU. I'm Mahir Hassan. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much. And Chase, that was a great interview between 2 players and Southwest champions for ASU, even though they walked away tied in this one.
Definitely well deserved for his team. Like Thomas said, great game for ASU. Just the 2 slip-ups, both breakaways. That was rough for them, but they've had a great season. Obviously, they played U of A a couple times, came out with 2 ties and a win in last recent months, and they've outplayed most of their opponents. They've had a great game and great match, and that's going to be great heading forward into the future for ASU. Great to have another championship on their belt.
So for everyone a part of this awesome broadcast, from the camera workers to the producers to myself in the broadcast booth, Trey Matthews, joined alongside Chase Beardsley, Mahir, and also Brady, our sideline reporters, we would like to thank you for tuning into this live stream coverage of soccer. So once again, ASU came away tied against their interstate rival, the University of Arizona Wildcats, knotted up 2 apiece. We will see you next time on the live stream coverage. Thank you for tuning in, and good night, everybody.